A few weeks ago, I was visiting my family back in Ireland, right in the place where Boris Johnson has wanted to reimpose a hard border. It was a time of remembering, so we were remembering the dead. And within a few hundred meters of where we met, dozens of people, British and Irish, had been killed. That there is peace now is a result of hard work, peaceful protest, force of argument, the spilling of sweat, not blood. But it's a peace with European foundations. It was the common membership of Britain and Ireland in the European Union that allowed for old quarrels to be recast and for new friendships to be made. In fact, before 2016, Ireland and Britain were the closest allies in the European Union. All that's changed now. Now the uppity Irish are the bogeymen and women of the Brexiters because we are insisting that our peace is more important than their fantasies of imperial nostalgia. But Boris Johnson and the charlatans in his cabinet have made a very bad mistake. They think that Britain is a land of empire nostalgists and currency speculators, but it's much more than that. This is also the land of the anti-slavery movement and the suffragettes. This is the land of the first trade unions and campaigns to make poverty history. In other words, this is a land packed full of uppity citizens who are not prepared to tolerate injustice just to satisfy some speculators' lies. The movement to stop Brexit is a movement of outrage. It's a movement of people saying that they're not prepared to go quietly into the darkness that our political leaders have expected of us. That we're not prepared to accept the comforting lies from the left that there can be a jobs first Brexit, or the comforting myths from the right that will rekindle our Dunkirk spirit. Instead, we've forged a movement like what Bobby Kennedy described as of numberless diverse acts of courage and belief from people to reshape the history of these times. We've shown all the political leadership that we're not prepared to stand idly by while the rights of young people to live and work and study and love across Europe are stripped away. We've shown that we are not prepared to stand idly by whenever the rights of our friends and neighbours to contribute to the flourishing of this society are stripped away simply because they were born in different parts of Europe. We have shown, and we show with our presence here today, that we're not prepared to accept the peace in Ireland that was hard won being jeopardised by the blundering of the buffoons who currently occupy Downing Street. I think it's worth remembering that when some of these people talk about war, that they've never seen the impact of a bullet or a bomb on a human body, or seen what how a battle can devastate a community, or how a war can devastate a society. But the spirit of British decency is alive on these streets today. We're showing again to the political leaders, left and right, from Boris Johnson to Jeremy Corbyn, something that they should never have forgotten. That whenever people are united in outrage, when we repudiate the racists and bigots around us, and when we act with common purpose, that irrespective of what injustice is put in front of us, that if we work together, we will always overcome. Thank you very much.